was just a little bit emotional. It is what it is. Stories to share, lived experience. So let's move on. How did you get out of the camp and that life for a whole year of horrible life without food, without enough?
Yeah, so obviously, Rosine, a lot happened that we don't have enough time to discuss right now, but there's other stuff that happened in between that were terrible. Like with food, we continue working and begging for food and just like, you know, try to survive. We lost people, like I mentioned. We had births in the prison. A lady had a baby, twins. We also experienced a lot of different stuff. So it got to a time where we would have people attack us at night and try to kill us, and others try to rape the women or make them their wives and stuff. So it got to a time where they wanted to kill us, and we had they had two groups. There's a group that wanted to kill us and get rid of us, and another group that wanted to save us. Like they didn't want us to die. And so because of that, it caused the group that wanted us to leave, help us escape. So they came and took us and helped us escape. I don't remember if it was night or day, but I remember going through bodies of water, just walking on our feet. Kids, some of them helped carry the kids on their shoulder. We were just going through these bad roads to get to the airport. So we got to the airport. There was a plane. That's what they used to transfer us to Kinshasa. Inside the plane there was no seats whatsoever, so we just sat down, because we were trying to escape death. And so we got to Kinshasa. We spent the night at the airport because they just dropped us there, and that's it. We spent the night there, and then they figure out where to put us, and they put us in another place called the Mab, if I pronounce it correctly, but that's what I remember. And we stayed there for a while, and here is where they wanted to see what they're gonna do with us. So we stayed there until they decided that they're gonna put us in a refugee camp. So once they decided that, life in the Mab was okay. It wasn't like the prison. Bad. We were able to get some food. They give us money and buy bread. Yes, but it was still prison life. Yeah, we were still prisoners. So after that, they transfer us to the refugee camp in Kinshasa. Okay. I don't remember the name, but it was in Kinshasa, and that's where we stayed. And luckily, there were Americans that were there to, try to help refugees to resettle to the U.S. and other countries. So that's where they discover us. We got there, we were in terrible condition, as you can imagine. We have children who are malnutrition. You see a kid who's just the body was deformed. You would not even know. You can imagine with the belly, with the belly, with the big size head, because of malnutrition, no medical attention. So after seeing us in that condition, they were like, okay, these people have to go. They have to go. And so that's how we were able to get the help. They transfer us to Cameroon. We stayed in Cameroon for another year or so. And so
was it camp life there too? Or okay,
it was where they were taking the people from Kinshasa and taking them to Cameroon is another camp, in the process of bringing them to the US or other countries. And so we stayed in Cameroon for another year or so. But there they were giving us food, medical attention, There we were able to reconnect with family members that we haven't seen.
No school, nothing at all?
No school. Just the school for camps. They teach you how to speak English, and before you come to America, they give you those courses, kind of. And so in Cameroon, that's where we got to talk to our families over the phones, We would go to an area where they had big phones, and we'll call our families. They figure out that we were still alive. Most of our families were in Rwanda, because that's where, they lived. But yeah, that's how we ended up coming to America through, going through the process of being refugees. And so that's how we came.
I'm glad that you got help and you get out. That type of what was the feeling the very first day that you boarded the plane to come to US, and knowing that you're not gonna be hungry anymore, you're not gonna be chased, or
it was
gonna think about any atrocities?
It was the feeling of like feeling safe and being at peace. But obviously we lost family members. That was very sad, but at the same time, we look forward to coming to America because we heard stories about America, how life here is so much easier, and like you can be pretty much whoever you want to be, so we were very excited about that. And so
Ooh,
I know.
Can I give you a hug right now?
Of course.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah. Ooh, resilience, moving on, life goes on, and this is the case now. She's a beautiful wife of somebody and have nice kids, and she's doing a wonderful job of being a mom.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, I'm married now. Have 3 kids, and life is good right now, but it's good here. But back home, they still go through the similar stuff that we faced back in the 90s, late 90s. So life is good here, and I feel lucky to be here, and I feel I'm grateful to be in America. But at the same time, I'm still thinking about my people back home and other people who go through this kind of stuff, discrimination for no reason. And so
getting back to the root problem or cause or whatever we are sharing right here, there is still like some struggles there. People are still dying. It's not like it's over because the Keza is here and all Tutsi Congolese are safe now.
No, it's still happening. It's still bad, and it's up to us, like we mentioned, it's up to us to put it out there for other people to learn. We need to inform, we need to educate people who don't know about this kind of stuff. It was surprising to me, like when the war was going on, like when it started back in January, December, but when they, Goma, and it was bad. Like I would talk to some of my friends about it, they have no idea. They have no idea what's going on around the world. And so this kind of took me back, and I felt so hurt because I was like, when I was in that situation back in the late 90s, everybody else was living on, just going about their day and not knowing what's going on,
Of course, like here we are now watching TV, we are doing our, 8 hours shift and making
everybody's
money.
busy.
It's not like we forgot, but some things just need to be done slowly in your way, in your lane. My lane right now is using this channel to spread the word, and she's doing the same. So young people, like the whole world, we just need to live peacefully. Like we are just all human beings, but all the lies out there, what is happening in Congo and Rwanda and stuff, this is what's happening. People are just dying and they're suffering.
And the crazy part is, okay, the people who are fighting, we're not gonna go into politics or anything like that because we're not politicians, but majority of those people fighting, they don't know the reason, like the true reason why they're fighting. They're just telling them go kill them because they're Tutsis, but they don't know why, the reason why the cause, And so it's sad on their part too, because they should not be losing their lives or innocent lives because of what they're being told to do.
Coming back to all the conversations that I have been talking about genocide awareness, that's ideology. Just go kill. That's it. Name calling, just go kill.
We don't speak the same language. We don't look the same. So if we don't look the same, they're not supposed to be here. They don't belong in this country. Where else, like there's other countries, they have people of different tribes, different backgrounds, but they all live in peace with each other, So I think it's a matter of just like keep talking, speaking out about these issues, and hoping that maybe we're gonna educate some people who are willing to listen. But it's very hard right now because the topic is hot, and each side doesn't want to, back down. Everybody's saying we're right, and the other side will say they're right. But as a generation, young generation, I think we need to be open-minded and really look at the root cause of the whole problem, you know, because if we don't do this, the same thing that happened in Rwanda in 94 can repeat itself. It has been happening with the Tutsi Congolese in Congo too. So it just doesn't get a lot of attention, but we have been going through that for a long time, over 30 years.
Well, concluding this part, I know it's shorter, but also we want to make sure that we give you like the key information, because you can't go through atrocity of a whole year of 100 days in Rwanda just in 15 minutes. And now our conversation, that would be a little bit like too long. But here we're trying to give you key information of what's happening around, you know, across the world. So what can you do? I'm doing this, I'm sharing stories, I'm having people coming, hopping on a camera to share. What are you doing on your side, at your end? And I want to tell the whole world, or people like subscribers, like people who follow me on this, here is a message of hope. Here is a message of bright future. We want to build a future where everyone can thrive. So in comments, be respectful, please. People are still suffering, as Rwanda is still commemorating, because the commemoration goes towards July. She still has family somewhere, and trying so hard to see how these atrocities across the world can stop. So please be respectful in the comments. If you are curious about something, reach out. But any negative, like if you don't have something kind, as I always say, just
you don't have anything kind to say, just don't say anything at all. But yes, you're right, people are still going through this situation, so people do really need to be sensitive about what they say. But then again, we cannot stop people's opinion. So if they put something negative out there, it's not gonna affect me, because I know my truth, and I know what's going on in my country and my people and what they're dealing with. So the negative comment is really not going to impact me, because I'm doing this for the right cause. And if this was happening, or if I saw something happening to another person that is not right, I will speak against that particular issue. It's not just I'm speaking for Rwandese or Banyambulenge. It's not that. As humans, we should be obligated to speak on issues that, you know, that doesn't keep us safe. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much again. Maybe if time allows and schedules, we can do another part
of
or
course.
something. And you know, you are always welcome to hop on my camera. You always welcome to invite me on your channel. The Keza, I will pin her channel, and I'm sure she's gonna broadcast, like she's gonna put like this whole conversation on her channel too. This is Your Story, My Inspiration podcast. What I got out here is that young people should just speak up, because these people are just using social media and telling lies here and there.
Propagandas.
But we are here to tell true stories. Nobody, like, we are all equal. We are all human beings.
And you're doing a great job too. I just wanted to let you know, like, keep it up. You know, you're impacting a lot of people. People who come onto your podcast and see this kind of information, that's part of like educating them and educating the society, especially I would say Americans, because majority of them are not aware. So you're doing amazing job.
Thank you.
Everyone follow her podcast. I will pin it on Life with Keza, my channel, so that you guys can go ahead and follow her and subscribe to her channel, because she's amazing.
Thank you. It's crazy that running the camera all the time, you don't get to tell your story, but I'm glad today that you got to tell your story, that you have this chance. And when you said, I was like, who listened to you, who have your story? Nobody. So now you got to tell your story, and I'm glad you were.
I'm glad I was able to share it, because it's been, you know, a long time coming. I really thought about it, and I'll push it back. I said maybe it's not the right time, but I think this is the right time, and I hope you inspire a lot of people.
I'm glad you did. All right, thank you so much. She said subscribe.
Subscribe to her channel, subscribe to my channel, support us. You know, we're two young women trying to make an impact in this world.
Thank you so much. God bless you all. The Keza and Rosine. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.